Welcome to TREW Tips. I'm Andre Leonard, and today's quick lesson is making your HubSpot forms work for you. I'll be showing you how to use HubSpot Forms to collect all the visitor information you need for effective inbound marketing. Let's get started. First, you'll navigate to Forms, which you can do in HubSpot via Marketing, Lead Capture, and Forms. Once you're here, click Create Form. You can see all the different types of forms you have available to you. Embedded forms go on landing pages and websites. You can create a standalone page with a form, and all of these are different types of pop-ups. So I'm going to leave it on embedded form today and click Next, and I will use a blank template. All right, first things first, I'm going to rename this form to my white paper form. And I'm going to get rid of this text that relates to GDPR. If you're curious about GDPR, feel free to reach out to me. I can give you more information. But for now, we'll get rid of that, and we'll add in the fields that I want to include in this form. There's one more here that we like to include at TREW for most of our forms. It's primary job function. There we go. Now I'm going to click email, and first I'm going to make sure that it is required so that we always capture their email address. And I'll scroll down here to label and change this to company email. So viewers will see company email and be encouraged to enter their business email address. You can actually require them to and block them from entering Gmail and Yahoo email addresses if you want to. But the advantage to getting the company email is that HubSpot will automatically link them to the appropriate company in the CRM. Okay. Also, I want to highlight here that we have 4 fields. You always want to have between 3 and 5 fields. More than that, and you do risk people dropping off and not completing the form. Also, you want to balance the information you're asking for with the value they get in return. For example, most engineers will not be willing to enter their phone number just to read a white paper or watch a webinar. They'll only put in their phone number if they are requesting a demo or scheduling a meeting with you. Also, we'll see here that primary job function is a drop-down field, and we highly recommend using drop-down fields and multiple select fields instead of text fields as much as possible, because with these drop-down and multiple select fields, it's much more easy to organize your CRM and filter and sort your contacts. Okay. Now that we've covered some of the basics, let's look at one of the advanced features, progressive fields. So first I'll set it up and then we'll explain it here. So under Queued Progressive Fields, I'm going to put in a field that I would ideally love to know. So I'm going to put in industry. There we go. And then up here, I'll have to select a field. I'm going to do primary job function, go over to logic, and under progressive field options, change that to replace with Queued Progressive Field. Now what this does is if we already know the primary job function for the person who is filling out this form, instead of showing that field, it's going to replace it with industry. And you can put in as many fields down here as you would like to, and you can keep getting new information about the people who are filling out the forms on your website. So if they fill out a webinar form and a white paper form and a contact form, you can continually get new information without having a ton of fields for them to fill out at one time, which is very, very useful. The other advanced feature I want to show is dependent fields. So primary job function, we already have selected. Under logic, I'm going to scroll down to dependent fields. And this allows us to show an additional field depending on what they fill out for this one. So let's say if primary job function is student or intern, then I want to show one more field. Let's show resume to allow them to upload a resume. So I'll click add and we see it appear right there. So once again, this is handy because it only shows 4 fields initially, but if they fill out one of these fields in a way that we want additional information, I can quickly pop up that additional question if they select student or intern. And that is it for today's TREW Tips video. If you have more questions about HubSpot and want to learn more, I highly encourage you to go to the HubSpot services page on our website. It's under services right here. And if you scroll down, you'll see that we have a new demo that you can watch. So if you click Watch HubSpot Demo, you'll be able to see a long, in-depth demo that I recorded about the HubSpot platform. So feel free to reach out with additional questions and have a great day.